channels. You know me as What You Need. And we're going to talk a little bit about San Diego Comic Con, a little bit, DC, a little bit, Zack Snyder, a little bit, talk about the absence of Andy Cavill, a little bit, talk about fan reaction, how fans feel about what's going on. And we'll also talk a little bit about what steps Warner Brothers should do, and we as fans, what I advocate as a fan. So we're gonna go into that in a couple of minutes. Um, Let me get up here. I'm gonna be moving around a little bit. You're gonna have to excuse me. I'm moving around a little bit, doing what I do. Finished eating a couple of minutes ago. I might go out, get some else, something nice to eat or something. Nah, I might do that. But first and foremost, let me just take care of some things in the house. So this is done. Okay, cool. All right, so let's talk a little bit. So many different things I want to talk about. I told you guys, first of all, I've gone through the three movies. Are we going through some more? Uh, we're talking about. We're going through the Man of Steel. The only movie I don't have in my collection is Wonder Woman. I have to get Wonder Woman. But Man of Steel, BVS, and the Snyder Cut. We're gonna go through all three movies, and we're gonna have a big discussion. We get a panel, get a bunch of people together, and we're gonna talk about these movies and what Zack Snyder did and what he did for DC, what he did for fans like us, what we're looking forward to. But right now we're talking about San Diego Comic Con a little bit, and we'll talk a little bit about each aspect of the thing. Shout out to David Tolson in the building. What's up, brother? No problem, brother. No problem. Yes, Hamada gotta go, baby. Hamada has got to go. Thank you. This guy, man, this dude. Anyway, so right now we have Warner Brothers Discovery. That is the people in charge of of the franchise now, right? So Warner Brothers Discovery is the people who are actually dealing now with movies. And one of the good things about San Diego Comic Con was Zack Snyder actually had a role. He has a role in one of the cartoons that Warner Brothers has, which is, of course, Teen Titans. Okay? So he's actually going to show up as Zack Snyder. You'll see Batman v Superman in Teen Titans. You're going to see, what did we see? Can't remember. Y'all can see the profile picture, so y'all know what it is. But he's going to be showing those two things in there. And me personally, that's good for Zack Snyder. But to me, that's just giving sort of a slight slight profile on him and his movies and kind of incorporating it into the DC universe. I know that David Zaslav want to do a hell of a lot more than that. And I know his team, I know the people that they're trying to put in place for DC and DC properties from here on forward with respect to Warner Brothers. They're trying to move in a direction where they focus on Superman. They focus on, I understand that. But you got to understand, San Diego Comic Con is about the upcoming movies. It's also about, obviously, bringing buzz, bringing some vibe, bringing excitement, right? What does DC have to offer? You know what I mean? So let's get to it. How did I feel about San Diego Comic Con? Well, first of all, I almost sound like Kevin Hart there. Well, first of all, I wasn't particularly thrilled with it. I saw the hype and the talk about Henry Cavill, and his name was bandied about by Deadline, but I wasn't super thrilled with San Diego Comic Con. To me, it was flat. like almost anything that DC is doing, and I attribute that to Walter Hamada. I am sure that David Zaslav and all these people probably want, as is always happening, even when even when the Snyder Cut was approved with the new leadership that came in under the other guy, I forgot what his name is. Um, they was trying to block it, and I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this about Warner Brothers. You can't leave. You can't leave. Not even one of the people from the old regime in Warner Brothers. They got to clean out completely the slate. They got to remove all them guys. And that includes Walter Hamada. Now, I know Walter Hamada's contract finishes next year. We can't wait till next year. All right? He got to go. He got to go. They need to fire him. Okay? Because, once again, they didn't show up. San Diego Comic-Con was not exciting when it comes to DC. I watched the trailer of Black Adam, and it's better than the last trailer that had with Black Adam. It's a movie I said I was going to go see Black Adam. How do I feel about it? I feel like, meh. I'm like this. And y'all will say, some of y'all will say, well, man, that trailer was kind of lit. And I'll be like, no, not really. I like the story a little bit in the trailer, but not really. See, you can't hype up the fans. You can't make the fans hyped up that, Henry Cavill's going to be there. Zack Snyder, they're going to say something about Justice League and about restoring the Snyderverse. And you go to San Diego Comic-Con and it's business as usual. It's business as usual. It's almost like if Warner Brothers Discovery is just going on with the same project that was going on before. You got to understand, they've always paid lip service to Zack Snyder. They've always been riding his dick. I hate to say it like that, but they've always been, taking his stuff, his material, and writing it for how much they can to promote their new thing. Okay? They've always been doing that. So when in Shazam, for example, we see the Flash running, we see Batman on top of the thing, the iconic Batman on top of the statue in front of the police station. When we see who was the other person that was in that thing, I can't even remember. Right? It's cool. It's nice that they borrowed materials from Zack Snyder's stuff, but they've been doing it all the time. They've been doing that straight through. DC has been, Walter Hamada and all these guys have been borrowing things from Zack, thinking that he can get the Snyder Cut people on board. That's what he's trying to do. They're trying to dupe us, like he did with San Diego Comic-Con with the Deadline article. Some old media or old Warner Brother personnel threw out that fake ass shit so that we would buy into the bullshit and go watch San Diego Comic-Con. You understand what I'm saying? To get interest in DC, because they know, these people know that Zack Snyder's stuff is what's pulling the fans, the DC fans, to DC. They know this. Okay? And there's some vindictive people inside of that place that need to go. Get them out of there. Flush them out. Clean up slate. These dudes just occupying space and blocking things from happening faster than they should be happening faster, but these people are blocking it. They're playing all kinds of games. All right, David Zaslav, that San Diego Comic-Con, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I'm gonna be straight up with y'all. I'm gonna be honest as a person who is, was excited for DC stuff, was excited for the DCEU. They failed with San Diego Comic-Con, in my opinion. They didn't even break even. They failed. That's another failure by Walter Hamada with his Hamada burgers. They failed, in my opinion. I don't know about other people, but for me, they failed. I'm not interested in DC, just like how I wasn't interested in DC before. They have not moved the needle with me. I don't feel excited about nothing. And if excited about nothing, and if anything, I feel less excited than when I actually went and looked at what was going on in San Diego Comic-Con. And you know, the sad thing about it is, I was actually interested in Black Adam. Okay, I was actually interested in Black Adam the movie. And then nothing on Henry Cavill, nothing on nothing. Nobody could say nothing. Nobody could commit to nothing. I mean, what do you expect? You know, what do you expect? You expect me to be all happy and gay and excited after that? Hell no. Anticlimactic. Letdown. Okay, so that's credit to Walter Hamada, man. Walter Hamada need to go. Get him out of there. 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 He just a impediment right now for progress. You know. So San Diego Comic-Con. Oh, yeah, okay. So Black Adam, they had the cast, they had the interviews. People asked, you know, if Henry Cavill will be in Black Adam. You know, if you know, The Rock's going to be facing Henry Cavill. Rock couldn't give no definitive answer. He fishing around for answers. That's not good. That's not good. You don't play politics with this shit. If you ain't got definitive answers for these things, why would people want to watch your movie? See, I don't know why, but there's a tremendous disconnect between the people running DC and the people running DC Films and the people at Warner Brothers and the fans. There's just a total disconnect. Like, they don't know what the fans want, or even if they do know what the fans want, they try to play politics with it. Okay? And it's stupid because it's like Marvel's just delivering. Marvel is delivering to their fans. What their fans want, they're giving them. But here at DC, DC's not delivering. DC's not delivering what the fans want. And they know now, this is not just Snyder Cut fans. This is DC fans. I listen to my boy Leroy Khan, a DC fan. Right? And he was not impressed with what is going on. He's not impressed. And he's a DC fan. Okay, I'm not a big DC fan like him, but you know, you have to separate yourself from your competition, and they're not doing that. They're trying to make these laffy daffy, hee hee ha ha movies. That work for Marvel. It doesn't work for DC. It doesn't work for DC. Yeah, The Rock in Black Adam looks serious, but I saw another trailer where he wasn't serious, and there was a lot of jokes and just, man, what the? Sometimes I wonder, what the hell are they doing, man? What are they doing? You know, it worked for Wonder Woman because Wonder Woman was a serious movie. It was a heavy movie. You know, and they kept it serious and they kept it heavy with the little jokes and everything inside of it. You know what I mean? It wasn't no joke movie, but Shazam's been just punchlines and over animated. I'm sorry, man. I'm gonna go in on these dudes now. I'm sorry about this, but it's gonna be what it is. An over animated Billy Batson, you know, the adult version of Billy Batson as Shazam. He's over animated, man. He's trying too hard. It ain't coming out organic. You know, and he trying to make jokes all the time. It sucks. I mean, it is what it is. That's what we got for Shazam. It is what it is. We gotta work with what you gotta work with. But my point is, I can't take that kind of stuff, man. I really can't. I can't take that kind of stuff. You know, I'm not one of them guys who in here to go into a cinema. You know, there are movies which are funny, but they're organically funny. What I mean by that is the guys are just organically funny. You know what I mean? They're not synthesized. Not somebody trying to make a punchline, trying to force a joke. The things we're getting is, it's like some asshole as an exec is saying we need more jokes. It's still to this day. And I just feel like it's Walter Hamada, one of them guys that be just screwing up the whole thing, man. Like, just get that guy out of there and get some different leadership that has some sort of direction. We've seen Marvel movies. Most DC fans who support DC and want to see DC is not just because of the lore. It's because it's a different. DC's always been and will always be successful dealing with more mature themes. Okay? More mature themes, more well thought out, much deeper characters. That's what DC does. That's what DC does. Okay? That's what it's known for. And every time you try to veer away from that and get some kind of fucking popcorn flick, you know. So they didn't. I don't even know if they had an Aquaman panel. They maybe did, but I didn't stick around for it. My point, anyway, is this: they supposed to have DC fandom. They're supposed to have DC fandom coming down later this year. Like, really, like, we're so impressed. Like, we're really excited about that. What's up, Truth 31? I'm not impressed. I'm not impressed. I'm not interested in DC fandom. Why should I be? Right? This was a golden opportunity for us to hear something on Restore the Snyderverse, or something on the air cut, or something on something that was related to what the fans have been asking for. We've been asking for certain things. This was the time. This was the golden opportunity, and that's why Walter Hamada has to go. This was the golden opportunity for DC and Warner Brothers Discovery to show that something new is on the horizon, to present something that the fans will be happy about. Now, yeah, okay, so Shazam acknowledged the Snyder Cut as canon, okay? But guess what? Guess what? The two brothers who did all those Marvel movies, from Captain America Civil War to, they acknowledged the Snyder Cut as canon. In their opinion, the ultimate Justice League movie, if you want to see a really great Justice League movie, Zack Snyder, they said it. I can't remember what it, Reynosos, the Reynosos said that, right? Or whatever their name is. All right? Shout out to the Troop number 31, always talking about restoring the Snyderverse. He's been on this crusade, and I advise everybody to check him out, check out his channel. And the other thing I'm going to say is, we're not stopping, because we know how important it is for the Snyderverse to be restored, meaning Justice League 2 and 3 to come out. So we're not stopping. We know what it is DC fans would want. You have to build towards something. You have to build towards something. And maybe they have a blueprint, maybe they have something, but this is not necessarily what the fans want. You see, you gotta understand. We as fans told you, Warner Brothers Discovery, what it is, and we told you in epic numbers. When we keep on telling you in epic numbers, you look at it. Look at the Snyder Cut digital release. Look at how many sales have come off the Snyder Cut digital release. Pay attention, man. I mean, how tone deaf can you be? I mean, the fans tell you what it is, and you're not listening. You're just not listening. You're not paying attention. You're not acting on it, at least. You may be listening, but you ain't acting on it, and you should. All right? Zack Snyder's Justice League 2 and 3 has to come out. That's the big stuff. Don't try and pivot on it. Walk in it. Now, I can see how Shazam is building around Zack Snyder's Justice League. There's a lot more emphasis around Zack Snyder's. We can see that, right? Even Zack Snyder's been embraced sort of like onto TV. Now he's in animated. Now you have an animated Zack Snyder up in there. So you can see that Warner Brothers Discovery is trying to get Zack back in the mix. Okay, so you can see the attempt and the effort. But me, I'm going to be real with y'all again, because I'm going to be real. The truth be told, that's not enough for me. Okay? We've seen that before. We've seen lip service. We've seen people acknowledge. We've seen people go back to the Snyder Cut and refer to it. But that's one way of endorsing Teen Titans Go. That's one way to endorse Shazam, so that the Snyder Cut fans would go and see Shazam. Okay, because they know whatever Zack Snyder puts his name on, the fans will be interested in, right? The Snyder fans. But what I'm saying is, and I'm cool with Black Adam. I'm cool with Shazam. These are. Let me see if I make myself clear. I am not against no director directing no movie and putting his movie out. Okay, I'm not against it. I'm not against David Sandberg. I'm not against. I'm not against the director of Black Adam. Okay, I'm not against that. What you understand though, me as a fan, I'm excited by certain things. And that's the difference. I don't need to boycott nothing. I don't have to tell people to boycott this or boycott. It's either I'm interested in something or I'm not interested in something. If you want me, you got to get my interest, right? So at the end of the day, I mean, this is common sense, but apparently it is not, okay? At the end of the day, the DC fans, the Snyder fans, the Marvel fans have told you, DC and Warner Brothers, what it is. They've told you they would love to see more of Zack Snyder's Justice League. It's a universal thing. Comic book fans told you this. You're not listening, man. You're not listening. I don't know what is your story, but you're not listening. You want the fans to hit the ceiling. You got to give them information that they're longing for. You saw what happened. The reaction people had when the Snyder Cut was announced that it was being released. Zack Snyder announced it on Vero. Henry Cavill was there. People lost their shit. Okay? They lost their shit. People started crying. People started laughing. People lost their shit. That don't happen every day. It don't. Shout out to the Nemesis trend. Walter Hamada has to go. Yes, man, this guy need to leave. This guy needs to go. He blocking progress. He's blocking progress. I'm telling you, man. This SDCC should have been a primer for DC fandom. SDCC should have been the primer for DC fandom. Shit, man. People should have been amped to see DC fandom after SDCC. That's not happening. If anything, people are more turned off and they're not really interested in nothing that had to do with DC. People are, the morale of DC right now is very low. Okay? It's very low. Okay? Ain't nobody want to tune into nothing DC. Why? Because what is there to look forward to, people? And they did a great job of de-escalating people and making people less interested in DC after SDCC. Better they just didn't attend SDCC. They probably shouldn't have done nothing on SDCC. Because people are now going to leave that saying, all right, cool. Yeah, hey, Black Adam, yeah. Oh, look at that. Oh, wow, he's zapped Hawk into a car. Woo, yeah. But they ain't amped. They didn't leave SDC like, oh my God, I can't wait for DC fans. They're not amped. They're not charged up. That's the difference, man. That's the difference. You want a fan base that's charged up because that fan base is going to hit mainstream. And mainstream is going to say, well, what's going on over here? Look like something really good going on over here. Because the fan base going to lose their minds. When a fan base loses their minds, that's when they go nuts. And when they go nuts, that is when it gets infectious. That is why the Snyder Cut was so successful. It was the fans that did that. Like Zack Snyder said, free advertising. Free advertising. So I'm like one of those people y'all tripping, y'all dropping the ball. SDCC was the time to really get just something, anything. Okay, so Zack Snyder was in Teen Titans Go, something that none of us care about really, but Zack Snyder's in it, right? Okay, cool. So that means Warner Brothers shows that they are now embracing Zack, and they're like, well, yeah, Zack, we want you back, kind of, but not really, right? Because it's measured, right? It's very, very measured. Okay, it's like you just tossed him a bone or something, right? It doesn't really mean much. It doesn't really mean much. It's just something that's there. And then he's referenced, David Sandberg has been very consistent in referencing Zack Snyder in his Shazam movies. Now, let me be honest with you guys. I don't hate David Sandberg. Okay? Um, I don't. Okay? Um, I don't wish uh, some people would come out and say, man, F Shazam and Fury of the Gods. Screw that, right? I don't wish ill on no director because I understand how difficult it is to take a creative idea and then interference sometimes with, uh, you know, interference with the studio that you're working with. They interfere with your stuff and all of that. So I'm not against David Sandberg. I understand that Shazam is a light-hearted character. It's a funny, kind of juvenile character. So I get that. My thing though is that it don't look good. The optics don't look good. It looked like you trying to leech off because they do that. They did this time and time and time and time again. They would ride Zack Snyder's name. They would ride Zack Snyder's um, movies. Okay? They do this time and time again. And then they do whatever they want after that. Okay? Just think of what happened in 2017 with Justice League. They was doing all this footage from Zack Snyder's movie, and then suddenly they started changing the footage and putting in Joss Whedon stuff, right? And when we saw the movie, they ripped off that Zack Snyder. This is the way how these people be moving. So to see them doing the same things over and over again, and to see them do it again in SDCC, it's like business as usual. I'm like, I'm not interested because now I'm turned off because I could see that they're trying to ride Zack. They're riding him, and his desire to do these movies. They're riding him to get what they desire. And for us as fans, we want to see Zack's finished stuff. We want to see what would happen with Justice League. We want to see the Ayer cut. We haven't heard anything about David Ayer and the Ayer cut. Nothing. Okay? And this is the kind of mentality because Walter Hamada's still there. He said we're moving on. We're moving on. And that's how because he's the head of DC Films. You know what I mean? So we're moving on. And David Zaslav is giving him certain leeway to do whatever he wants. Right? But if he don't produce results, which he has not been producing any results, should just fire him. Don't wait till his first term to end. Fire him. Get rid of him. Move him out of there. You know what I mean? Go back to New Line or something. Shit. Because the dude, man, and again, I'm not saying get rid of Shazam. I'm not saying get rid of Black Adam or whatever other projects are there, The Flash or whatever other projects they had. I say get rid of those things. I'm not saying that. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying I'm looking forward to some other stuff. I'm saying I'm looking forward to hearing about the Ayer cut. What's going on with that? I'm looking forward to one of the most successful movies out there in the COVID period, even though it didn't get to see theatrical release. I want to hear more about the Snyder cut. I want to hear what's going on with the Snyder cut. I don't want to hear Jim Lee saying, well, I ain't working on no project right now concerning that. I don't want to hear that. I want to hear something's happening on that. And the only way that's going to happen is if Walter Hamada is gone. Period. He holding it up right now. Okay? David Zaslav and Discovery, they want to make money. They want to see results. They want something that works. And they know who to go to because this guy has a proven track record, especially with Netflix, where he's not getting harassed. He has a proven track record of producing. And that's Zack Snyder. Okay? And, you know, this man never got his respect that he deserved. You know how he's starting to get the respect that he deserves with the other projects he's doing. But this is my take on things. You better keep Zack Snyder in the DC films. You better keep Deborah Snyder in DC films. You better keep Jim Lee in DC films. These are people, whatever you do, make sure you got them guys there. Because Jim Lee, Zack Snyder, Deborah Snyder, them guys should be in DC films. You talking about Kevin Feige? We already had the Kevin Feige. It was Zack Snyder. We already had the Kevin Feige. It was Zack Snyder. So, you know, and it would have been a lot more creativity because the directors would have get to do what they wanted to do. Okay? So, you know, no matter how you look at it, how you slice it or dice it, Warner Brothers dropped the ball big time. Big time. 2017, they just completely screwed up everything. All right? And that's on them. Because the real fans, the real people they should have been paying attention to, but they weren't. The people who were paying to go to their movies that they weren't paying attention to. Those people who saying, we like the product that you're bringing. They want to expand. How are you going to expand on a product when you don't even have a core base? How are you going to expand? Why is it that you're trying to tick off the core base? Because that's what they did. And that's why their movies ain't making no damn money. It's because the core base is telling you what they want. And you're not listening. They're not listening. You're doing whatever the hell you want to do. And you know what you're doing is something that's already been done. Why are you trying to do something that's already been done? Okay? So, they fired their Kevin Feige. The Kevin Feige of the DC was Zack Snyder. Okay? And they fired him. They got rid of him. But in so doing, they got rid of themselves. Because from since 2017 to the present time, DC has not been doing well. After they screwed over Zack Snyder's Justice League, DC hasn't been doing well. Okay? And it's because they ticked off the fan base. The fan base that buys their stuff, buys their comic books, watches their movies and everything, they ticked them off. The Batman should have made $1 billion. It didn't do nothing near that. And they put in a lot of money for the Batman. They fucked up. And they've been doing this time and time and time again. And losing the company money. So, it's on them. It's on them. You talk about you want to make quality movies. And then shout out to Kal-El. Restore the Snyderverse. Shout out, brother. You talk about you want to make quality movies. And then you go and you chop them up. And you sabotage the directors. Right? Okay? You can't do that. You can't do that. Then you want us, the fans, to go with whatever you put on the table. That I don't even know where you came up with that idea, but you come up with these stupid ideas. Oh, we need to be more like Marvel. You know what I'm saying, Kal-El? You know what I'm saying? Yesterday was old regime antics. Yeah. Same bullshit. New day. And we not buying that shit. We're not buying that shit. As fans, we're not buying it anymore. So, old regime, y'all needs to go. Kick out Walter Hamada. Get him out of there. Get him out of DC. We don't care what the trades say. And then they troll Zack Snyder's movie. You remember when they trolled the movie? And they talk about, the digital release. They're talking about bots and all kinds of shit. Where's this whack ass shit coming from? Walter Hamada. He's still there. He and his goons. Get them out of there. Get them out of there. We got a new regime. We got Warner Brothers Discovery now. Get them out of there. Their whack ass selves. And their weird ass, vendettas. Fuck them. Sorry about the F-bomb. I'm sorry about all that. But I'm just saying. They whack. They just dare to occupy space and to stop progress. And David Zasser's leader, David Zasser's a guy that will fire you on the drop of a dime. After that nonsense, fire him. Get Walter Hamada out of there. And anybody else who support Walter Hamada deals with his agenda, get him out of there. Flush him out. Flush him out. Because obviously it's a wicked, vindictive sort of person who will put in their trades and deadline that Henry Cavill's coming up, Superman, all of that. And then on top of that, you're going to try and spin some shit in the media about how Zack Snyder, the digital release, was terrible and all this bots nonsense and so on. That whack ass shit that went into the media had to come from within Warner Brothers. Came from some whack ass people. Get them out of the Warner Brothers. They're clogging up space. They're wasting time. Get him out of there. David Zaslav. He gonna cut and man. He gonna cut and just get rid of you. And right now, Walter Hamada is just occupying space. Get him out of there. Get him and all the whole whatever else, what other people with him. Get them out of here. Just clean slate. Start fresh. Get your people in there, David Zaslav, and start working the thing. Right? Because those assholes have been anti-fan. They've been trolling the fans. They've been insulting the fans. Get them out of there, because they're not for us. They're not for DC. They're not for DC fans. They work for DC, but they don't give a damn about DC. They don't care about the brand. They don't care about the fans. Just get them out of there. Fire them. They don't belong in DC. They don't care. They don't value DC. Fire them. And then bring in the people who've been fired before. Because Zack Snyder is a guy with a clean mind and a clean conscience. And let me tell you what they should first do. I don't know if they'll do it, but I'm just saying. If you want to repair the damage, first things first. Pull in David Ayer and ensure that ear cut comes out. 2, harness Zack Snyder, Deborah Snyder, and get them a phone call. Call them on the phone. And unofficially, at least, let them know and assure them that Justice League 2 and 3 is coming down the pipe. Because I'm going to tell you this. The actors are not getting any younger. Gal Gadot, Ben Affleck, you need to get these people. Henry Cavill, I don't care what money. I don't care how much money they ask for. Get them. Because if there's anything we know about Zack Snyder, he's a money-making machine. Okay? His movies are very successful at the box office. And if he's allowed to do what he's supposed to do, you're going to have hit after hit. Now, here's my thing. And this is all has to do with morale. Do I have a problem watching Shazam? No. I ain't no problem watching Shazam. It don't do nothing for me. It don't move no needle for me. But I don't have a problem. It's a good movie, I'm sure. Last Shazam movie wasn't bad. Okay? But see, what Marvel was able to do was say, here's the heavy hitter down the road. This is what we're shooting for. But here it is. I'm going to give you this right now. And I'm going to give you this right now. And I'm going to give you this right now. So people was able to take substandard, subpar things and eat them up because they knew down the road was the big stuff. Now the opportunity presents itself. Because before, we really just had the early phase. But now we into the thing now. Now here's the thing. Shazam by itself, I ain't got nothing to look forward to down the road. Shazam by itself will not get me into the cinema to watch it. But if I know that Shazam is going to meet up with Henry Cavill Superman, if I know that Black Adam is going to meet Henry Cavill Superman because that contract is signed, and I know that I'm going to see Shazam and Black Adam in Zack Snyder's Justice League Part 2, fuck it. I'm watching Shazam. I'm watching Black Adam. Hell yes. Hell yes. Hell yes. I don't care how good the movie is. I'm watching it. Because I know that's the big Magusa. That's the big deal. And I know down the road what to expect. That's what I'm building towards. I ain't done. If I know that down the road, the Flash and Cyborg couples up because they're a good team, Flash and Cyborg. We saw the dynamics with Ezra Miller and Henry Cavill. I don't know what's going on with Ezra Miller. Maybe he'll be there, maybe he won't. But if I know that Flash movie is going to have Cyborg in it, and I've seen how Cyborg performed in the movie before, shit, I'm going to watch The Flash. Hell yes, I'm going to watch The Flash. Cyborg's in it. And I know that Henry Cavill Superman's going to be in there, and Ben Affleck's Batman's going to be. Of course I'm going to watch it. I don't care what other Batman's in there. I'm going to watch it. See, what they don't understand, Warner Brothers doesn't understand, is it's not just Snyder Cut fans. It used to be Snyder Cut fans. It used to be Snyder fans. Y'all used to label us as. Now, because Snyder started the DCEU, when you say Zack Snyder, you're talking DC fans. So when you insult, when you disrespect fans, you're not just disrespecting the Snyder Cut fans and the Snyder cultists and all that bullshit. You're also disrespecting DC fans. Because Snyder is the foundation. He is the builder. He is the beginning of the DCEU. And finally, if there's one thing I'll give David Sandberg, is he acknowledges it and he embraces it. He embraces that he is in the universe that Zack Snyder made. And let me tell you how powerful that is. Because a lot of y'all still not seeing it for what it is. Everybody said the Snyderverse is the murderverse. But David Sandberg's Shazam exists in that universe. And it's funny. Is it not? It's funny. And it's light. And it's good. And it's wholesome. So if it's the murderverse that David Sandberg attaches himself to, what is that saying? I want you to understand what I'm saying. So a lot of people don't get it. They don't get it. Now, I'm talking about Black Adam. Talking about Black Adam. let's get to it. Let's say for what it is. Black Adam is happening in a different place, right? Dunkirk or something like that, whatever it is. But if Black Adam crosses over to the DCEU, that is, if he bounces up Shazam, guess where Shazam exists? He exists in the DCEU, in Zack Snyder's universe. Got it? So what I'm trying to say is that there's potential for so much. So much. So much. I was watching, and that's why there's a lot to be excited about, but no vision leads to people not being excited about these movies because they cannot see where these movies are going. And that's a fault of Warner Brothers for the longest while. People don't know where is this taking us to? They want to know so that they can look forward to it. And that has been a fault of Warner Brothers. And if Warner Brothers Discovery, somebody gets into them, y'all need to have a clear vision of where you're going. Not just this movie and then this movie and then, no. You should have a clear vision where you're going. How does this movie link up to Zack Snyder's Justice League 2? That's the thing. Now, there's some other projects also. And I consider them sort of like Snyderverse projects. I want to see the Atom. I want to see the Atom. I want to see Ben Affleck's The Batman. I want to see Deathstroke. I want to see New Gods. I want to see Cyborg. All of these things can happen. And they don't have to happen now. They could happen whenever. But the point is, you have to align these things to build into one another. Clearly, Zack Snyder's Justice League ended where it was supposed to go. The next movie was supposed to be Batfleck versus Deathstroke. That was what the next movie was supposed to be. Okay? And maybe they can work it out where they could skip to Zack Snyder's Justice League and just give you a little flashback into how these two are working together in Zack Snyder's Justice League 2, but a little flashback into the little controversy between Deathstroke and Batfleck. You could tease it while being inside of Justice League 2 so that after Justice League 2, now you can actually watch that movie. Or you could just go straight into that movie, which is not going to cost a lot of money. It's going to be a low budget movie. And then straight into Zack Snyder's Justice League 2 or whatever. My point anyway is, it is obvious that the fan base is excited for any Zack Snyder Justice League movie. Even before 2017, the build up to Zack Snyder's to the Justice League movie, before Zack Snyder was removed, was the freaking hype was crazy. The hype was crazy. I saw people crying. The hype was crazy. The lead up to Batman v Superman, before Warner Bros. Fucked up that movie and shortened it up, was crazy. Okay? Zack Snyder brings the fucking hype, man. Sorry about the F-bomb. He brings the hype. Okay? So, you want to really know who moves the needle for me? For me, it's Zack Snyder. You got to get him back in that fray quick. You got to get him back in the fray quick. All right? There are a lot of great directors. But for DC, their best fit was Zack Snyder. When it comes to universe building. And Zack Snyder's proving it time and time again. He's showing he can build universes. and do an excellent job of it. So that was your Kevin Feige. And you dropped the fucking ball on that. All right, man. Sorry about the F-bomb again. I'm just saying, man. So SDCC, to me, was a failure. Okay? No Henry Cavill. Nothing on the air cut. Nothing on Zack Snyder Justice League sequels. Okay, Zack Snyder appears in an animated TV show. Good for him. But nothing substantial. Nothing to say, oh, this is what we're looking forward to. This is what we're shooting towards. You just previewed Black Adam and they previewed Shazam. It's cool. That's cool. But that's nothing that moves the needle for me as a fan. It ain't moved nothing. I don't feel no how. In fact, I feel worse. Haven't watched it. All right. So that is my 2 cents. It's almost an hour since I've been talking to you guys. You guys can leave in the comment section what you feel about it. Share the video if you want. It is an hour long. But I'm going to say this. If they don't remove Walter Hamada soon, this guy is just going to drag the morale of DC right down to the ground, in my opinion. Now, I've been watching and everything. All right, guys. The next time you see me, I'm going to probably be doing the stream on StreamYard so that a lot of people could come through. I'll probably be doing this sometime Monday night, my time, which will be Atlantic Standard Time. Maybe around 7, 8 o'clock Atlantic Standard Time Monday. Look forward to me chatting about Zack Snyder's 3 movies, DC movies, that are in the DCEU. We're looking at Man of Steel, Batman v Superman, and we're looking at Zack Snyder's Justice League. And we're going to just go through it, fine-tooth comb. You guys can come in, say your pieces, and leave. There's a lot to go through. I mean, I've been dropping some nuggets on some people, on Twitter and, on Facebook, in the different groups we had. Just when you look back, now that we have certain revelations, you look back and you see, oh, wow, this is what was going on here. This is what was going on here. So it'll be great. I kind of went through all 3 movies already, but I'm going to try and run them back to back, and then I'm trying to pick out different things. I may even share some video breaking down different things before Monday night, because I haven't really been on here very often. So, we're trying to just, keep it going. For all you guys who keep on hitting the hashtag Restore the Snyderverse, whether it's on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, all the different Twitter, Twitch, all the social media sites. Just remember, we're not stopping. And of course, I think we still have a certain amount of agenda going on, and there's a certain degree of coordination. So it's really nice talking with all you guys. Let me just shout you guys out by name. So, let's see. Hold on a second. All right. Ooh, I'm not getting anybody. That's crazy. Okay, there we go. Kal-El came through in the building. The Nemesis Trend. David R. Tolson and The Truth. Thanks a lot, guys, for stopping by and just checking out what I had to say about SDCC. And I wish you guys nothing but the best this week. Yeah, so Monday night, we're going to be chopping up those 3 movies back to back. And if you guys want to, we can schedule also a time to actually watch the movies live and comment on them. Now, I don't have one of my phones is down. This phone here, which is actually a very a very high-end phone, but it's down. But I'm gonna try and get that phone working. Uh, I'm looking at probably next weekend, um, maybe Friday night into Saturday morning. We could actually watch the movies live, and if anybody else on YouTube wants to check out or chime in with us, we could do that. Um, and as we're watching the movie, we could just take note of different things and really talk about it, because I really want to talk about these movies so much. Now that I have my digital copy of Zack Snyder's Justice League, the only movie I don't have. So I have Man of Steel, I have BVS, I have Zack Snyder's Justice League, but I need to get Wonder Woman. That's another one that, even though I know Zack had a different idea to Patty Jenkins, I think it's a classic. I think it's one of the better movies that you know that Patty Jenkins did as well. So I want to get that as well because it's very organic. You know, they actually went down to a certain place. I think it was in Italy or whatever, and they actually shot live stuff. So it wasn't a lot of CG. It was very organic. You know, the people actually went and trained for that and stuff. And it was really good. I really appreciated the Amazons, particularly. I think is everybody's favorite. So I gotta get that. And there's a little history on the mother box as well, which is an additional feature that I gotta, hopefully I can get that as well. I want to get Justice is Gray, but I have to wait till next month to actually purchase that, um, and get that one as well as get the different endings for Zack Snyder's Justice League with the Joker and with Batman. So I want to get all of those things. But I gotta say, man, I am so happy. I watched Zack Snyder's Justice League my face was just smiling, and I saw the Man of Steel themes and the Man of Steel here, and even with BVS, there are all these reoccurring themes, both musically and also in terms of words, actually, that have been repeated throughout the three movies. Actual sayings that are the same throughout the three movies, and just a lot of symbology and stuff. We go deeper into these movies, man, because I really enjoyed these movies. These are still my favorite movies. Um, Zack Snyder's, just Man of Steel was such a tremendous piece of work, and then Batman v Superman just took it to a whole other level. And then with Zack Snyder's Justice League, it emphasized on several things. It had a lot of heart, emotional. It was very emotional, much more emotional actually than even the Batman v Superman. You know, uh, and even more emotional than Man of Steel. So I thought it was quite something to see Zack kind of go through these different hues of uh, of directing. So I believe Autumn had something to do with that. Anyway, so that's what I got for you guys. I will catch you guys later. I am Christ, I am disciple. I also, if you guys want to check it out, there's a song that I did, Us United. Yes, it has the HBO Max ending, which I can't edit right now. But ignore that. The idea is still the same. I think it's a good thing. I think um, I understand, the different factions and what they think about Us United, but I personally like the idea of Us United. And I do believe that we need to get past all these factions and all this foolishness that separates us and come together and just keep working towards the passion that we have to see this universe restored. That's very important. Um, of course, shout out to Fiona Zhang if she ever gets this somehow, some way gets this video. Um, I really appreciated her, what she did, and several other people um, who really haven't gotten the credit they deserve, and I don't think they care about it, but still, nonetheless, some very nice individuals, and I look forward to seeing them more as well. So that's all I got for you guys. I'm going to catch you guys later. I am Christ, I am disciple. Peace to you guys. Later.